Hey guys, thanks for being here. Chef Allison and another episode of What's in Your Fridge. I'm going to show you how to make a 10-minute-ish meal with random ingredients from your fridge. When you think the cupboard is bare, I will show you what to make. So today's commenter had eggplant, olives, feta, and crackers. We've got a pot of water boiling, and we're going to turn this into a delicious meal. If you want to be featured, all you have to do is subscribe, comment 3 to 5 ingredients that you have either in your refrigerator or in your pantry that you want me to cook up. It's like Chopped. Let's see what you got. Challenge me, guys. All right? So here's what we're going to do today. I have a pot of water boiling. I am going to add some pasta. I'm guessing that most of you have pasta at home. I've got some leftover rotini, which is just a fun shape. Makes it nice and delicious. Don't forget to salt your water. And we will get this going. All right, that'll be done when we are close to done. Now, I have my eggplant here. This is a Chinese or a Japanese eggplant. I'm a really big fan of them. They cook quickly. This is called my roll cut. You ready for this? You cut through the face, you roll it, and you make these really cool shapes. You can do this with any round vegetable. I do it with carrots. I do it with zucchini. Just roll through. And my friends, no food waste. Get all the way to the end. You don't need to waste that much. Okay? Got it? Great. All right. Now I'm going to turn on my back stove here. And woo, we're hot. We are hot. I am going to get some olive oil in the pan. I'm going to do a lot because we're not just cooking this, we're making the sauce, okay? So I'm going to let that go. Here's my eggplant. I'm also going to get some shallot. I love shallots. Shallots are delicious. They're kind of like mild red onion. They're tiny. But the other thing I like about them, well, I just said it. They're tiny. I also have some garlic. This is going to be like a garlicky kind of situation. So let's do 2 cloves of garlic. Yeah, so I like shallots because they have a nice size. I don't have any waste because this shallot is a nice little tiny piece. And I'm going to cut it into half, and then I'm going to lay those halves down like that, and I'm going to cut it into half moons. And I'm going to put this aside over here, my garlic. I'm going to smash these puppies up, and they will go in with my shallots. So you write into me, and I will cook what you have. It's sort of like me coming to your house, but it's easier for me because I don't have to come to your house. And it's better for you because maybe you don't live near me and I can't come to your house. I don't know. I don't know your life. But if you comment and I don't have the things that you have, I will go and buy those things and pretend like I have them. So I got, all that to say, I got a can of green olives. I sort of like these tasteless, not gourmet cans of green olives. There are certainly much better, foodie, delicious olives out there in the world, but I kind of like these. They're easy to keep in the pantry. They're really inexpensive. They're easy to use. Also, my kids like these, so that's a win in my book. Okay, just draining that out. And I think these green ones are nice. They have like a nice green. Yum, yum. Okay. That is cooking back there. I also want to get some butter. All right, I'm going to get these in. Now, if you had an Italian globe eggplant, they take a little bit longer to cook. So that's one of the reasons I prefer the Chinese or Japanese eggplants, which are similar. And you can find them at Asian markets, farmers markets, all over the place, really. Okay, the other thing this person had is crackers. They had Ritz. I have these sort of back to nature ones. So I am all for this. How many? I'm just going to do a few of those. And we're going to crush that up. I'm just going to kind of crush these up here on my hand, but I might run my knife through them as well. So this is going to be like a delicious buttery topping for the pasta. I really like to put breadcrumbs on top of my pasta, so this is going to do the same thing. This butteriness, it just is really good. It gives it some depth, makes it look fancy. And Okay. So those are ready to go. I'm not going to add much seasoning to these yet. Just chopping them up over here. But I will chop, chop, chop. So a lot of times we can be really creative with what we already have in the fridge, even when the fridge looks totally bare. It just takes some creativity and some practice, and that is what I'm here for. Pasta. Still crunchy. All right, got my eggplant going back here. Just gonna flip these around. Eggplant is amazing. It's like a sponge. It soaked up all that oil. Remember I said I added a lot? Soaked it all up. I'm gonna add more oil. I want this to be really oily. So if you're thinking that's a lot or too much, think about like the Italian olio olio. One of my favorite things to say badly in Italian. Olive oil makes the sauce. So we're not gonna add anything else to make the sauce here. Like anything else saucy. I'm gonna get my olives. I'm just gonna do like a coarse chop on these. I wanna bite into them. And I love the color. Black olives would obviously be okay too, but I like the color here as opposed to the purple and white eggplant. All right, we're cruising back there. I'm gonna hit them with a pinch of salt. Back there. I'm also gonna hit with some red pepper flakes. Kind of spicy, garlicky, eggplanty. All right, now they are sizzling. I am gonna just go grab butter. All right. Can't believe I didn't get butter out to start with. One of my favorite ingredients. I'm gonna add a knob of butter back there. Depending on how I was using this eggplant, I wouldn't always add butter, but because I really want to start building a sauce, and it's kind of like, you know, an Italian style pasta-y sauce, the butter is really great. Now, I can see that these eggplant, I'll show you now, they're getting soft on the side, they're fully coated in that butter and oil. So it's time to add my garlic and my shallot. I wanted them to get like a little bit started without it, but I do also want to time it to make sure that the butter, or the garlic rather, and the shallot have plenty of time to cook as well. All right, we're gonna let those sizzle. Good job. My pasta is coming along. Ooh, almost tender. I'm gonna grab a little scoop of sauce probably. Okay, now last ingredient. Whoops. Last ingredient from my friend was feta, which is fantastic. So I actually had some leftover feta because I love feta. But you do want to use it up after opening it. It can get kind of stinky in there after a little while once you open it. So you want to make sure you use that up before you might waste it. And this is kind of like a nice crumbly feta. I will leave that there. I'm going to drain my pasta. And I just want to move this forward. Shuffling. Okay, so I'm going to steal a little bit of water. I just want to hold that aside, and then I'm going to drain the rest. Okay. Beautiful. That is ready to go. I can smell the garlic. Who's going to invent that, right? You know we need smell-o-vision. People have been saying that for years. All right. My garlic and my shallots. Beautifully sizzling. Can you guys see this? Woo! Beautiful. Okay. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Great. Okay. I can't help tasting it. When I'm just cooking for me, I feel like that's okay. All right, let's chop up my feta here. You could do, you could crumble the feta, chop it, whatever you want. So my topping here is going to be the breadcrumbs from the crackers, the feta, and I haven't decided with the olives. I think I might just throw them in with the pasta. Okay, beautiful. These are starting to get golden. It smells so amazing. Now, I want to just test. Do I have a fork? Here's my fork. I want to just test that these are tender all the way through. So they're still a little firm. One of the biggest complaints people say about eggplant is that they don't like it. It's one of the most common foods I hear people say that they don't like, and often it's because it's undercooked. Eggplant should be really soft all the way through. And again, globe eggplant, the Italian kind, would have taken a lot longer to cook than this. And these Chinese eggplant just cook up so nice and quickly. Okay, I'm actually going to go ahead and add my olives to this. I do think I'm going to do warm. I was back and forth, warm or cold olives. But I'm going to do warm olives. I'm going to do more pepper flakes. I want this to be spicy. You know what else I need? Lemon. Of course. I'm going to do some lemon zest. So, when the zest from the lemon hits the oil, oh my gosh, so good. Okay, there we go. We got that. And so I did the zest, and I'm just going to do a little bit of the juice. Okay, beautiful. All right, and I see that my garlic. Okay, and now I'm going to add a little bit of pasta water. I'm going to add my pasta. Okay. I'm going to add some butter. So good. You see that? Yum, 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 yum. And I'm going to give it a little taste. Salt. Even though I'm going to add feta, I can tell it needs a little bit of salt. I'm actually going to do a little bit more butter too. So the butter and the pasta water are going to make this nice, beautiful sauce. Okay? And that's basically it, my friends. Back and forth on the pasta. Or rather on the crackers. I want to butter them up. So let's do this. I'm going to take the rest of my butter. I'm going to melt that. I'm going to put these crackers in. I want to give them a little more flavor than what they had. They're also not very salty. I suspect if you had Ritz, they would be a lot saltier. I feel like mine aren't that salty. So let's butter that. Okay, here's my plate. Let's get this out of the way. Let's get this out of the way. A little more olive oil. So again, it's a lot of oil and a lot of butter, but that's the sauce for this pasta. So we want it good. You know what else I have? This was not on my friend's list, but I have arugula. So I'm going to go ahead. That arugula was looking sad. So arugula, not arugula specifically, though sometimes, but greens are always one of the things that I hear people feel like they go to waste all the time. Okay, so my crackers are getting toasty in here. Great. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to use a spoon to stir this now because there's not that much arugula, so I want to make sure you can see it. Beautiful. It's glazed. Okay. In we go. Now, I'm going to do a little secret layering. I didn't stir that feta all the way in because I didn't want it to completely melt, but I do want it to melt a little bit. So, put that up there. How are we doing, my crackery friends? Crackers and butter smells so good. Okay, I'm gonna do more feta. And my buttery toasted crackers. I'm left-handed, but hopefully you can see. There they go, over the top. So crackers on pasta? Yes. We're doing that. That is a thing. Can you see that? Wish that light was better. Let me show you. Okay, you're gonna have to come over here with me. Ready? There we go. Yum. Yum. So, what is in your fridge that you don't know how to cook? I'm Chef Allison. I'm cooking what's in your fridge. So make sure to like, subscribe, and better yet, in the comments, tell me 3 to 5 ingredients that you have in your house that you want me to cook with, and you'll be in the next episode. See you next time.